Welcome back to the Gainbridge Super League Game Week with your co-host Jade, Barkett. I'm Brooke, Kirchhofer, analyst that you hear each and every week for the Gainbridge Super League. Jade, what a week it was as we get closer and closer to the playoffs.
I can't believe we're winding down. It seems like everybody is turning it up a notch. DC absolutely had a game against Fort Lauderdale. You saw Lexington and Jaxson and Sporting Jacks going at it, throwing punches almost, it seemed like they were going to. But I mean, what a week in the Gainbridge Super League. It's really like this every week, honestly.
Yeah, we'll run down the table. DC Power 4-0 victory over Fort Lauderdale at home, which we know means a little bit more to them too. They struggled so much winning at home, and so to get a dominant win at Audi Field is a big deal. Lexington beating Sporting Jacks 2-1. Brooklyn and Dallas drawing 1-1 up there in New York. We know for Brooklyn, that's a team that just doesn't quit, and that's a credit to their head coach.
Oh, yeah, it's a cornerstone of who they are. And Tomas Tengarhinha, he wants his team to fight until the very last whistle. He himself is so passionate on the sideline, and that goes directly into his team. And they're going to fight no matter what their place is in the standings or what the scoreline is on the field.
Carolina, we continue to see that dominance, 2-1 victory on the road against Tampa Bay. And then Spokane, man, what a turnaround that they have had with a new head coach, kind of an awkward point of the season, but they just hit the ground running, a 3-1 victory over Fort Lauderdale at home. I mean, that is a team as we get to the race to the final spot in the playoffs. I'm looking at DC Power against Dallas Trinity this weekend, Spokane against Lexington. That is one I am highlighting, circling on my calendar. Have to be ready to watch that one.
Oh, absolutely. Spokane is such a sneaky team, and I feel like that's a little bit, and not that Nicole Lukic is sneaky at all,
Yeah.
but I feel like her personality, she can just weave her way into that final spot in the playoffs because of the way that she can just activate her team. And the way that they've been playing recently, that's the form you want to see going into playoffs. It's a must-win game for Spokane. And then for Lexington on the other side, how do they continue their style of play against a team that has everything to really lose at this point, and they're going to throw everything at them?
Well, you talk about the detail and scouting of Nicole Lukic. How about Kimura Kosuke and what he has done in Lexington? I mean, that is a side that is never not prepared. The organization, the way that they play together, so many dynamic players. We'll talk in just a moment about a huge piece that is moving on, but Lexington, just so impressive. In one of our three big things to watch, of course, it's going to be Spokane and Lexington. The second one, Hope Hisey. Underrated. I know that her stats stand for themselves, but in terms of what she brings to the pitch from a comfort standpoint as a former holding mid, when you have a goalkeeper who just sets the tone night in and night out, each match, you know exactly what you're going to get. The shot stopping ability. I mean, she's just incredible.
She is, and congratulations to her for 150 career saves here in the Gainbridge Super League. And like you mentioned, holding mid, I was a center back. And so to have that goalkeeper behind you to dictate what you can't see from her point of view, but then also if it gets through all of us, we know that she's going to have our back. It's amazing for her to be such a key piece to her team, and not only that, but just her leadership on and off the field. The amount of times we've heard from her teammates just saying what she leads them in a way that they haven't been before is unparalleled, and so excited for all the things that she's going to do. 150 career saves. Let's give it up for her.
Let's go. Well, they talk about her back line being so phenomenal. That stems from having a good goalkeeper. And any time that we've interviewed at halftime or post-game, anybody on their back line, especially their center backs, the first thing they're doing is tipping a cap to Hope Hisey. So really impactful. And then our third big thing, we wave farewell to Emina Ekić, who is on her way to my part of town in Houston. Houston dashed the highest transfer fee in club history, in league history at that. What a way for the Gainbridge to be on such a high table, the Gainbridge Super League, that Emina Ekić and the huge transfer fee that comes with this.
Yeah, it's incredible for the league. It's incredible for her as a player. I mean, she's the reigning player of the year in this league last year, and then was leading her team and then moving on. That's what you want to create, those memories, that legacy for the Gainbridge Super League, and then elevate yourself as a player, but also leave an impact. And I think that's exactly what she did with this Lexington side. Is she was such an all-around player for them. They're still going to thrive because of everything that they've built within themselves, and that's partially because of her.
Box-to-box player, doesn't run out of steam. Even when she was on the international front, coming back from that, really just picked up right where she left off. Is just such an incredible player out on the pitch, a danger from the wide channels. So be on the lookout for that as she's now in Houston. We are so excited now to bring in her former teammates, sad to say that already, in Alyssa Bourgeois and Tati Fung. We will welcome them now on the other side of the Gainbridge Super League game week. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Gainbridge Super League game week, joined now by a couple Lexington stars in Tati Fung and Alyssa Bourgeois. Guys, welcome. I think you might have the most fun and interesting team. Don't let the other teams hear that, but you guys truly have so much fun in the locker room, breakdancing, all that stuff. Did that just come together naturally, or when did all that start?
Yeah, I think it's kind of been a thing since the fall. I think we've been having a lot of fun since the fall. We're listening to No Broke Boys.
Yeah, that was the song.
That was the song, yeah. I think it was like after we had like one of our first bigger wins against Dallas, and we came back into the locker room, and I think obviously like vibes are good when you're winning and stuff, and so yeah, we were playing No Broke Boys, and Austin is very much so like a break dancer. Yeah. He kind of does all his own dance moves, but he just pulled that one out. Like we just were like,
he surprised us all.
He surprised us all, and now it's kind of become a thing. Every time we win or like we're just having a good time, we'll just be like, Goss, bring it out. Come on. So yeah, he'll kind of do it. He'll read the room. If it's like the time to do it, he'll do it, but he doesn't always, so.
You have to pick and choose, I guess.
Yeah.
When did your breakdancing move start? Was that just something you turned on the spot, or have we practiced those?
No, that was actually like taken out of context. It's pretty funny. I missed the team meeting.
She missed our whole congrats, what a win.
Yeah, I just didn't realize that people were going in. I was like just saying hi to some of the fans, signing some stuff, and I realized I was kind of taking a little bit too long, so I was like, I think I should probably, get going. And then I walked in, and they were like, where have you been? And everybody was already sitting down. Everybody was already like, they had done their, congrats on winning. That was such a well-deserved win. And Koss he was breakdancing. And I completely missed it. And so as like a punishment, it wasn't obviously really a punishment, but everyone was just like, well, now you have to breakdance. And I mean, when you're put on the spot in front of everybody, you can't say no.
You have to do it.
And I
can't say no.
Do as good as Koss did. I can tell you that much.
Which is so hilarious because he's so serious on coaches' calls with us during the week. And so when we saw that online, I'm like, who is this person that is off the like soccer pitch like this?
No, he knows when to flip a switch. He for sure can be a serious coach, but he also has so much fun, which I think is really important.
I think that probably, too, lends to success on the pitch, right? He talks about how detailed the training sessions are and things like that. So when you guys do get to match day, does it almost feel like you can just be expressive and have the freedom to be who you want to be out on the pitch?
Yeah, I feel like they really highlight our own creativity as players. I think there's a lot of like passing patterns and ideas that we walk through. But at the end of the day, Koss and all of our staff gives us free license to do whatever we see, which makes it, I think, easy come game day. We know that he's confident in us and he trusts us to deliver on the day. And yeah, I think you can see that also in the way that we play too. I think that we all trust each other, and we're very creative and free-flowing in our ideas on the field too.
I think another creative piece of what you guys bring is the cat mask. What is that all about? Who is Jaxson Dart and who is Skattebo in this duo right here?
Did you guys?
We have
two. That's a good question. You should guess.
Oof, I don't know. I feel like
obvious.
I feel like Alyssa is Skattebo and Tati is Jaxson.
Yeah, this one's kind of gone.
Yeah,
That one was so
I don't know
random.
how that one started, but when they started, like, their clips were popping up on Twitter, people were kind of just telling us that we remind them of them.
Yeah,
We're like, all right, we'll
a
take
couple
it.
people had said that I had Skattebo energy, and then it just, I think from there, kind of
Blossomed.
it blossomed into something really wonderful.
We have, like, pictures in our locker room of them, like, in our lockers.
Yeah, we also have a background. I don't know if you
yeah.
still have yours
No,
on your
should we
phone.
do it?
Yeah. There was like one game week we were going up to. Tati and I were like, all right, let's matching backgrounds.
And that's how you know that's like a lock-in moment. Like,
Yeah,
okay,
we
change
were
your
like,
background.
exactly. We were like, we really have to like channel our inner like Dart and Skattebo. Like, let's do it. Let's make it happen. And so the entire week, I don't even know. We were just kind of being weird.
We were being really loud and hyping everyone up.
We made our director of ops, Nick, print out pictures of them and we put them in our lockers. Like, yeah, it was so random. But then the cat shiesties,
I just ordered.
yeah, that was totally. It was so
showed up
random.
with the cat shiesty tea, and I was like, "Here's yours."
Yeah,
mine.
it was.
Here,
It's all
I got this for you.
TikTok shop ad.
Yeah, TikTok shop.
And then next day she showed up with them, and then I think you brought them for the game against Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah,
which was a big game. That was like
a huge
at the
statement
time.
win.
It was early enough in the season, but at the time I think we were like 1-2 and undefeated, something like that. And
and then like the game ended, and I immediately ran in the locker room, and then we came back on the field and like did some TikToks with the cat shiesty on. So that was cool.
Yeah, it was fun.
2 follow-ups. Is the cat shiesty still on the road, or we still have like where is it to this
It's
day?
it's in the locker
She
room.
actually is wearing it
Recently.
this half a season. They just haven't really flaunted it. They used the same meme though.
They did.
Of me doing the L dance with the cat shiesty on. That gets posted often with them. So I think
which
maybe
is good.
they
It's a
just
great
reuse-
picture.
Yeah, it's awesome.
But I've definitely worn it pre-game. I feel like it's just like a funny thing on the team. I keep mine in my locker also, so like when the moment allows for it, you read the room and I'm like, this calls for a cat shiesty. Just get the laugh out of people, which is fun.
I love the read the room comment like that. It's just natural to pull it out.
Very much so.
We have to ask, when did this friendship come together? We know that you guys played on different clubs in the first year of the Gainbridge Super League. You're now teammates now. When did you meet each other and when did it instantly click?
First day.
Yeah, first. It
Love
was
at
the first
sight.
We do say it was love at first sight. And if it didn't happen the first day, it was going to happen at some point. Yeah, we have a mutual friend, Annie Carrick, actually. Shout out to her. Yeah. She plays in the NWSL at Boston. But she has, like, for the year leading up, or I guess like probably a couple weeks leading up when I knew I was probably going to come to Lexington, she had said like, oh my gosh, I have a friend that's also going to Lexington and you guys would get along so well.
Told me the same thing.
Yeah, and same thing to Tati. So she was kind of, I think, just planting a seed behind the scenes. And then, like literally first day we showed up.
Our first meeting, we sat right across from each other.
Right across from each other. And I think it was like, Annie, right? Yeah. And then it was like, oh my gosh, like she's told me so much about you. And then like, from that day on, it was just like, I think our energies were very, they matched very well.
I love that. I think when you like have that like moment with the friend,
like thank gosh,
it's not there, but it's like perfect and it's hard to find. You say you guys are alike in a lot of ways. What would you add from each other's games or personalities into yourself that you admire in each other?
That's so good. I immediately, her ability to be so technical on the ball and her vision, like 100%. I have always kind of been not like negatively critiqued, but it's always been something in my game. I'm very like 100 miles an hour, like go, 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 go. And I think that her ability to just kind of like slow down and again, like I think her footwork is incredible. And her ability to switch the field, her ability to find different passes, like her range. I just think that her technical ability, hands down. Also, just like a little side story, we do tech work like so much in training.
Yeah, every day.
So much. Like, Cost makes us do tech work all the time, and we use, like, these little mini balls, whatever. But I don't like doing it. It's fun, but, like, sometimes it's just not my day. It's always her day. And so if I could trade places and be able to be so smooth with the ball at my feet, 100%.
And I will say her energy, like, on the field is unreal. Like, if I could tap in and be Alyssa, I think I would have like superpowers at how she plays. Like, there's a different intensity. I think that's one thing that's like why we've had so much success this year is because Alyssa sets the standard of like, this is how we're going to enter the game, and she carries it for 90 minutes. And I think that's like something that no one else can have.
Yeah, Alyssa's definitely like shot out of a cannon whenever we're watching her on the pitch. Like as soon as
we're gonna go follow her behind.
Yes.
We always talk about that too. It's like playing next to each other on the field. Like if I'm going into a tackle hard, like
I'm running, I like trickle behind. I'll wait for the ball.
She's always right there because the ball's gonna pop out, you know, and so always there to get the second ball, which
Power
is
of friendship. Yeah, that's been our like line all year.
In training all year, yeah. It's just if something happens, it's just the power of friendship. It happens all over the field too. I would say, like with so many people on our team, we have moments like that where I think like a big coaching point that we have and something we value as a team is like the second balls, like being close enough that you can bail your teammate out. And all year I think like a tiny little comment, is the power of friendship. Like somebody does the dirty work in a tackle, but then you're always gonna have like 2 or 3 people around you to help bail you out. And the power of friendship. Like
I think too, like with Tati more of the central role, which obviously we've only seen you guys on the pitch as not as much as we would like. You were coming back from an injury, but with the friendship, being able to play off of one another, is it almost at this point nonverbal? Like you guys don't have to communicate a lot?
There's like a certain play that happens every game where I watch Alyssa start dribbling down the sideline and she's like side-eyeing me. And all I have to do is follow along and it's coming.
We just run in parallel with one another and eventually like the pass happens. But 100% there's a level. I feel like it also is something that makes our team really good too from top to bottom is we have that level like throughout pretty much everybody.
Yeah.
But for sure, there's moments like I know I'm gonna get the ball before she's even like turned and looked at me.
I know I'm going there.
Yeah, because I know that's where she's gonna end up getting out of. You know what I mean? Like even if she has pressure on her back, like whatever it is, I'm like I know I'm open.
Yeah.
She knows I'm open, so I'm like she's gonna find a way to get there. Like I just know it.
You talk, Alyssa, you say that you're fast. You go 100 miles an hour a million times. That's how I was. I was a player. I could never slow down, and I needed teammates or coaches to kind of slow me down. Yes. Does Tati slow you down at all in friendship type of ways? Do you have signals or things like that? Or is it kind of you go and I'm coming right behind you? Like, I'll just clean it up.
I guess, there's a time and a place for everything. There's moments where that happens. Like, she definitely is really good at holding me accountable in moments where, like, I am moving too fast and, like, it's not the time to go. Like, when I hear her voice being like put your foot on it and come back out, that's kind of like, it kind of just, like, hits a little bit deeper of, like, okay, like, Tati said it, so here I go. Like, you know what I mean? But, I definitely listen when she's talking to me, like pretty much no matter what she's saying, I am just in tune to what is being said. And in those moments, I do have a tendency of kind of forcing it. Like I get excited. I want to attack, like do all those things. But I hear her voice. There's a couple other people too, like that are always good to kind of
We're also like very prideful of the ball. So like when we get high up on the field, it's like, of course you want to go and score a million times.
Yeah.
But it's like time and place to just spend some more time on it. And I think we are all on the same page on that, which is good.
100%. And there's also times where, like, if I am in a 1v1 situation, like, she's the first voice that I hear saying, like, take her on and like, go do it.
This girl down.
And that is kind of, like, the last push I need to kind of go into that 1v1 situation. So it definitely is, time and place.
So valuing the ball, the mini ball drill, walk us through what that looks like.
Oh, man. We're doing outside the foot half volleys, inside the foot half volleys, and
is it like a mini ball, like a mini
it's like a size
ball?
Size 3, size 2?
The tiniest mini ball you can think of.
Like a mini ball, you know what I mean?
And we're doing volleys and juggling with it. And then, like, once that's over, we do go back to the big ball. So then sometimes I feel better.
It really does. No, we do, like, it depends on the day, but we do, like, everything. It's just, like, ball mastery stuff. Like, we're just outside of the foot, inside of the foot, like.
Every touch you can think of, we're touching.
And we're doing, like, volleys. We're doing passing patterns. We're doing turns, like, spinning out, all this stuff. It's very, like, my calves are cramping. My feet are cramping.
Yeah. Have you guys used the Brazilian ball before? Have you done any sort of training with that?
I don't think so. It's very.
I don't even think I know what that is.
Yeah, no.
Oh, good.
Maybe it's for the best. Like, don't get caught. Don't let
us find out about
this. Don't hear this. We'll cut this out.
We'll cut it.
No, we used to do it in club soccer, and it was literally like touches on top of the ball and like technical work for hours. And we usually did it on like a hard surface, but it was all for like tech work.
Do not let Koss hear about that.
Don't tell him.
I love it.
I won't tell him.
Well, we hear you guys talk about each other as teammates and how that kind of lends to the quality on the pitch. You have a pretty special teammate in Kat Berry. We have to ask you what she is like. Before we get to the soccer side of things, what's up with the lucky sweaters and her creating her own sweaters that she brings?
Well, it's her sister that's doing it, which I actually think is probably the coolest part about it. Yeah, no, I don't know what. She's got a special breakfast that she eats, like, but
Kat Berry's got her ways.
Yeah, she's got her ways and her superstitions. I think after, it was after DC, or maybe it was DC, I don't know.
One of those trips,
It was one of those trips where she either scored a brace or just, like...
The DC game. She scored a brace.
Okay, it was DC.
The banger.
She had gotten herself an Aritzia set, and so then the joke was, all right, you gotta get yourself an Aritzia set before every single game. Like, that's just... No, she's awesome. And I honestly think she's not the most superstitious person, it seems. Like, I think that's nice. Yeah. I'm not a superstitious person. Like, it's hard to kind of tie your actions, like, every single game day. But, no, I like when, like, I'm talking to her before a game, and she's like, I wasn't feeling it last game, so, like, I changed up my hair. And I'm like, all right, like, what game are we going to get at? Yeah, but it doesn't matter how she does her hair, wears her shoes, anything. Like, she's going to find a way to score, so... Yep. Yeah, no, she's just a special player. I've been playing with her since I was younger. We did club together, actually. And, I mean, she's been that way since we were younger, too. She's just, she's great.
Oh, that's awesome. Where'd you guys play club?
A club called NEFC. Yeah, back in Boston.
Boston,
native.
That's so cool. So were you guys always friends when you were younger and then through college and then now professionally, or did you separate and then you're like, oh my gosh? Like,
I cheered each other on from afar. Like, I've always been keeping up with her journey while she was in South Carolina. And then again, like when she was at Chicago and all that, I've always been keeping up with her. I unfortunately don't go home enough to have like reunions and stuff like that. But as soon as I saw she was gonna be at Lexington, I was like, this is crazy that our soccer journey has led us back to the same team. I thought that was wild, but yeah.
What was it like for you guys to see her in top 4 Sports Center and like to see the Gainbridge Super League get that kind of spotlight?
I have to say, like, I was honestly like not surprised.
No, she should have been number 1. I saw the other two. Hers was the best one.
I don't even feel like it was like a jarring moment. I commented on that post like at Sports Center, like, are we seeing this? Because I feel like I knew it was going to be.
I mean, it was
unbelievable. Yeah. It was unreal.
But also, I knew she was going to score that.
Yeah.
Like, there's no doubt in my mind that if Kat Berry sees the goal, that ball is
if
flying.
She's hitting it from there. No, that was just insane. But I'm not surprised at all. It was highlighted on Sports Center, and I think it fully should have been one.
Tati, what's it like playing behind Kat? And when she goes, have you figured out at this point, kind of how you talked about with Alyssa, what all your forwards are kind of looking for if they want a ball in space over the top? What is that process like?
Yeah.
I think Kat is just something special. She puts herself in like the most perfect spots. I mean, when you see Kat and there's maybe a 1v1 situation, you know she's going to take the chance. And I think Kat's really good at freeing herself up in the box. And when you put the ball at her feet and she's in the 18, I mean, she's ripped to any goalie that has to deal with her striking the ball at them.
Alyssa, you have a shot of your own, girl. You like the ball from range. When that ball's at your feet, it seems if you're taking the chance on net, it's probably going in. What is that like from your process when you're taking the ball up the pitch and you're deciding, okay, am I going to shoot this or not? I mean, you just had that long range goal not too long ago as well. What is that like for you reading the defense to kind of take that shot?
Yeah, I think it always depends. I'm not a natural like winger goal scorer, I would say. That's a part of the game I'm still trying to develop in myself. So I would say that I'm almost always thinking about like Kat's movement, or like Addie is another one, Kenzie too. I'm almost always thinking about how I can find them in the right position where they need. And I think like my first goal against Carolina was like the perfect example. I was looking for Kat, like, and she made a great run, and she almost like screened the goalie for me. Like, appreciate it so much. I'm very unselfish by her, but I am always kind of trying to find her in those pockets. And then even my goal against Dallas was the same thing. I knew in my head I was going to try and rip a shot far post, because in my head I was like, I'm either going to score this or I'm going to force a save, and then I know Kat's going to be there for the rebound. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's usually what I'm thinking about, just like how I can beat my defender and then find one of my teammates in a position to score, or like force a hard save to then again put my teammates in a position to score.
Okay, we've talked Cat Bear, we've talked Cat Mass, but you guys do a lot of fostering with dogs too, with Lexington. We can't leave them out of the picture. How did that get started, and who's kind of the one leading that charge, or is it the entire club?
I had a dog in college, Atlas, and when I was like unsure of what I was doing post grad, I drove him across the country from California to Massachusetts, and now he lives with my parents. And I miss him like every single day of my life. I miss him so much. And so I'm just kind of like itching to have a dog, like just like, you know, a dog to take home and like, you know, be friends with at the end of the day, whatever, after soccer. And during preseason, I found myself at like the PetSmart, like right next to my house. And I found out they do like a check me out program where you can just like take a dog out for like 3 hours. So I started doing that, like whenever I had like a lighter day or we got out like a little bit early, I would just take these dogs on walks and hang out with them, and that's kind of how I scratched that itch. And then once that wasn't doing it and I was like, no, like I want a dog, I was like, well, I have the time. We're going to be home for I don't even know how many weeks. Like I think I want to foster a dog. So I applied and approved, whatever, and then there was a dog that needed fostering. Her name was Pumpkin. She's gotten adopted.
Oh my gosh.
No, she was so cute.
She was adorable, and that's always fun too, like bringing a dog around the team. Like I got to bring her to treatment, and so even if it like nobody in the organization ended up adopting her, but I feel like it's good socialization for the dog anyways, just to bring him around like new environments and new people. And I think after that, like, I mean, I would talk about Pumpkin all the time, and
she lives on.
I mean, we still talk about Pumpkin to this day. And then we've gone to the shelter a couple times together just to like hang out, and I feel like our teammates, like most everybody on the team has dogs, I would say. Like
we have a lot of dogs on the
such a dog-friendly team. Like everybody loves their dogs here. And then this half of the season, Ali Pantuso, she got into fostering, and she ended up adopting her foster dog, which I think was super sweet story. And then I fostered another dog. His name was Nash. He only had 3 legs.
He was awesome.
He got adopted too, which is amazing. I miss him every day. But yeah, it's just, I think, a nice way to break up the like monotony of soccer all the time, you know? And like treatment and whatever, all those things. It's nice to have dogs being brought in. So now like Maddie is fostering a dog right now. And then Cat Berry actually just got a puppy too. And
oh my gosh.
People just bring their dogs kind of in for treatment, which is my favorite part about off-day treatments.
Y'all could do 11v11 with the dogs on your team.
No, we might have. We even have subs, I think.
I think
like,
so
there's
too.
A lot.
Yeah, there's so many, but it's really sweet. It's nice, and I think like there's so many times where people like, hey, we're going to the dog park at 6, and that's like a team outing. You know what I mean, with all the dogs, and
I love it. Is Atlas be able to come visit you at all, or is he back at home?
No, he's back at home. If my parents wanted to drive him, if you're watching Mom and Dad, like they wanted to drive him down, that would work. But no, he's not allowed on planes just because he's a Brasphilic dog breed. He's got chow in him, so. And I would not put him under in the cargo anyways. That's a non-negotiable for me. So unfortunately, well, it's fortunate for him. He loves his life at home. He's got like an acre plus of wide open land with no leash. He's living a life I could not give him in my little apartment.
I love it.
Yeah, and it's nice going home and seeing him. But you have a dog too, Goose.
Yeah, Goose.
Yeah.
He got
stolen.
He got stolen. I brought him home over break, and my mom like has now fallen in love with him, and like she's trying to like piss off my other dogs that we already had at home.
We thought you meant stolen.
Mom, she won't give him back.
She like carries him around the house like a baby, and he's like a medium-sized dog. Like they are attached, and she's like offering me my family's dogs. She's like, but you can take this one or this, and I'm like, no, I want Goose back.
And
he's
Goose is
yeah,
he's so sweet.
Oh my God.
Well, we have learned so much about you guys. This has been such a fun chat. So we have to ask, what is the craziest road story from this year that you can share?
Did one come to mind for you?
No.
I have to think about it for a
road
second,
story? I mean, I feel like every
we do
is
have
something crazy.
Oh gosh, there's definitely a good one. I really need to think
Spokane's a
about
good
this.
time.
I was just Spokane was
Spokane's a
good.
great time. I mean, New York was fun. We went shopping.
We did go. Yeah, but that was like, you know,
Yeah. Oh, well, we got lost on the subway, Kenzie.
we did get lost in the subway. We do so much on the road. I feel like.
that's like our most.
Yeah.
Because Lexington's obviously smaller and slower, so when we're away, I feel
Yeah,
like
we make
take
the most of
advantage
it for sure. We definitely have like good stories. And some can't be shared, but
share our secrets.
but there's like we have fun on the road
Yeah.
for sure. I think. Well, actually, perfect example after Jacksonville, we just went out like to like this little restaurant on the water. Like,
Oh yeah, we played games.
yeah,
Our
it was
team
super fun.
Loves games.
Huge gaming team.
Yeah.
Like all the card games, all the time.
Yeah.
Everybody has decks of cards on them, like for any reason.
God.
But yeah, we were playing cards at a restaurant after the Jacksonville game, and obviously we had won, so it was like just good vibes. We were right on the water, like that was so fun.
Yeah.
And then we went to a sushi restaurant, like the rest of our team,
that
and
was
our
nice.
owners paid for it. So
Thank you.
Amazing.
thank you, owners. No, it's yeah, I think do a lot of like really fun things as a team on the road.
Yeah.
And we're just always exploring. I think we have pretty adventurous people.
Yeah, always
Like
outside.
Kat Berry is actually one that comes to mind.
Coffee
Like
everywhere.
she's a very like she explores a lot. I remember one time we went to it was Fort Lauderdale or Tampa, but she went to like this like Everglade park. Do you remember that?
I think so. It
She went to like, this Everglade park. Like it was a 45-minute Uber away, and it was a time that we were on the road. Like for
Was
an
it when we
extended-
were stuck in Gainesville?
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
She made the most of her. I was like, I cannot leave the hotel. I'm tired, and she was just out there like swimming, and I was so jealous. But yeah, definitely.
That's amazing.
Is this the closest team you guys have ever been on?
It's definitely up there.
Yeah.
I feel like that's one of the best parts about like playing a sport for a living is like your team is always just like friends. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like that's just always the special part about playing on a team is
So nice. It's like you automatically know you have a group
exactly
of 20 friends.
to do stuff with too. Like
Yeah.
on your off days, you can go and hang out and yeah, no. But everyone's
You can
awesome.
swim in Everglades, or you can stay in and
Exactly.
Yeah.
Everyone's
be in
super
the
fun.
water.
And I would say like there's a couple girls in the team with houses and they do a really good job of inviting over like the team to have like team events and stuff like that. Or I should say like a hangout. It's very informal, but just like, you know, a backyard that we can go tan in, you know, that's so we're not just in the apartments and like we just had a hot dog party.
Party.
We had a good party the other day. It was that was a fun time. And we brought all the dogs, so it was a good time.
Jade, we need to find ourselves at this next Lexington get together because it's amazing.
Party.
A good time. Yeah, we definitely have a good time.
I love that. Well, before we get you out of here, playoffs are around the corner. We know that you guys have been here before on different clubs.
Yeah.
What kind of a threat do you think Lexington poses this year in the playoffs?
All of them.
I think I think our team just brings something so different that a lot of teams like aren't playing the way we play. I think we're so confident on the ball, which automatically I think instills a little bit of fear in other teams that once we start getting in a groove, it's kind of hard to knock us off that. So I think staying true to ourselves, I think we have all the tools to go and do a lot of things. So it's a very exciting time.
I think we're also an extremely organized team, by far the most organized team I've ever been on. I think, and that is all the credit to our staff and the players for locking in and taking on all the information. But like we know our roles in every single moment of the game. Like defensively, I think we're extremely hard to break down. We know where we're pressing. We know who we're stepping to. We know where we're standing on corner kicks. We know what we're doing for free kicks. Like we have all of our systems for every different scenario like planned out. And I think that at the end of the day, it's extremely hard to beat a team who is that organized. And I think that's one of our biggest strengths.
We would agree. Jade and I were just talking about it, on the ball and organized. So the two that y'all hit on is absolutely what we've been seeing. But it's been such a pleasure to get to know you guys away from the pitch. Best of luck the rest of the way, and thanks for joining us.
Yeah,
Thank you guys so
This
much.
was very fun.
Welcome back to Gainbridge Super League Game Week. Two players that are motivated to prove that Lexington is going to be hoisting that trophy at the end of things.
And they should be, because they've put in so much work. You see how they talk about their technical training sessions with their head coach and their team being on the same page. When you have 11 people on a field knowing exactly what is being asked of them defensively, on the attack, in certain parts of the field, that's a dangerous team that you don't want to go against. And the mental lapses that you can have against a team like that, you will get punished from.
It's seamless, and I wish we could have seamlessly both had Kat Shiesty masks ready to go when we interviewed them, because that would have been hilarious. How much they love those.
Amazon Prime, I mean, I know they deliver quickly, but we need something quicker because you need to put that on in the playoffs, because they would be so surprised if you had that on the sideline.
If I'm sidelining for any of those matches, you better believe I'm coming with something, or like a Skattebo jersey just to throw them. I'll do it post game, so I don't throw them off pre-game.
Definitely post game, but they would love it. They would love it.
Yes. Well, welcome back to another Gainbridge Super League game week. This was fun catching up with Lexington side of things. We want to try to bring some new things to you every episode, and this one will start with the one thing we learned over the weekend, and the one thing that we learned specifically this past weekend, that Jill Aguilera can put the team on her back in every given moment. She can turn any kind of match on its head with her ability to just do whatever's asked of her. She doesn't flinch. She's in on almost every attacking opportunity, just the way that she has a texture off her foot with the balls forward, knowing exactly what her forwards need. You and I can understand it, Jade, as a holding mid and center back, like when you see that in front of you, the ability, but also we know too the position change that she's had. She just doesn't know how to say no. I mean, she just keeps going forward and does whatever it takes to get her team across the line.
And that's what you need in a leader and a captain of Jill Aguilera. She transitioned from more of back line into the central part of the pitch. And I mean, we've seen her up top a lot just within the rotations of the field. But like you said, team on her back. She had a goal and an assist in their game against Tampa. For the reigning defender of the year to be converting PKs in the final seconds of the game, I mean, that is a full professional. She's a true definition of a team player. And her head coach, Philip Poole, said she could have taken her foot off the gas. She got the awards. Her team did fantastic last year, Carolina winning the Player Shield, but she hasn't. She's taken a step forward. Like you mentioned, she's the free kick taker, the corner kick taker, the beauty and with the balls come off her foot. I could put them in the back of the net for her off those set pieces, but she's a true definition of what it takes to have that selfless leader. And I think that's why Carolina has a part of the reason why they've been so successful this season, especially on this run, because you have a leader that has been through it before and is willing to do whatever. And that's something that you need on a team as well.
Yeah, the maestro who also takes a beating every single match and never goes down. She's somebody you love to have on your team. We always ask coaches too, like, who is the engine? You could even go a Mackenzie George for Carolina, but I think I would give the nod to Jill Aguilera for that one.
Oh, absolutely. I wouldn't, like, if I was a forward and she was the defender and we were going 1v1, girl, here's the ball. Like, I want to learn, now that I don't play anymore, I want to learn what her mentality is and her tricks are 1v1 defending, because it's awesome.
And if you want to learn more about the Gainbridge Super League, we've got the docu-series up on our YouTube page. Emina Ekić, who we're having to say goodbye to for now, is heading to Houston on a monster deal. We have her homegrown series up, and Jade, we've also got one that we're looking forward to coming up next.
Absolutely. Alexis Theoret's Built for Success, her docu-series episode just dropped. So go check that out, diving into all things Alexis over there in DC. So excited for that. It's a little bit different than our podcast, so it doesn't specifically to the players, but it shows who they are off the pitch, exactly what we're trying to do here. And so definitely go give Alexis some love.
Looking forward to it. Well, that will do it for another edition of Gainbridge Super League Game Week. For Jade Barkett, I'm Brooke Kirchhofer. We'll see you next time.